Actually, that's a lie. I have thought about it. I can! Hello! We are back again. The weather has changed. Sorry. Another day, another dollar. And it'll be like in the beginning. I'm back for real, for real. I don't know what I'm feeling. Glasses off. I'm feeling my glasses on, truly speaking. I'm gonna spark up my candle and get some incense going, and then we can begin this video. But it just smells like normal incense, honestly. It smells like the usual sandalwood one that I know. Oh yeah. There we go. Just clear my aura and the air. Oh, this makes me take such great baths. My sleep has been so amazing lately. Oh man. Anyways, hello beautifuls, and welcome back to not a DVP weekly report, but to a new segment of my channel that will predominantly dominate the channel. Right. Obviously, I have been MIA for maybe a month, almost 2 months. I was going through a lot, and I wouldn't say I'm going through a lot right now. It's just I'm making it through, re-innovation and stuff like that, So I'm not completely back on YouTube. I won't lie and say that I'm going
to be consistent. Every week, expect a video from me every Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning. When you wake up, you turn to your phone, you see it's Miss DVP, and she has...
I'm not going to be consistent. My academic year this year is crazy. Maybe semester 2, I'll be more consistent. But for the time being, I don't like how this thing is sitting. Like, why in my shoulders?
I wouldn't say.
That's new giant. Like, my shoulders are right here. Can you imagine that? My shoulders are right here. This thing is here. Woo! Whatever. Anyways, I am here for now. I do have a vlog that I have been editing. It's like I've been wanting to post it, but at the same time I'm like, I'll post it, but then I'm like, but why must I post it? But I'll post it. I'll definitely post my vlog next week. Obviously, I post my videos every Saturday. And honestly, I'm gonna give myself leeway and say that expect a video from me Saturday or Sunday. Because sometimes my video takes so long to upload that it actually ends up uploading at like 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. But nonetheless, expect a video from me Saturday or Sunday. Again, I will not be consistent. So please, with that being said, can you please click on your post notifications so you are notified every time I upload a video? Because if you don't do that, you're gonna think that I've become MIA again. Gada, I'm Dagabao, Nangshilo. Saturday or Sunday, click on post notification so you're alerted every time I upload a video. One day ngizothi upload Saturday, ngifaka ama video ay5 nizothi no bese ngibuza nizothi nayibona indaba ngithi. All right, so my new segment. I'm very excited about this. Especially with like the way that I want to go about my YouTube now. I don't want to be when my YouTube began, you know, there's people telling me, oh, you're too serious, oh, you're too playful, like this is you know, and it's constructive criticism. I appreciate it a lot, but now I'm gonna do what I want to do, dog. We're gonna see the forward. Yeah, sorry, my smoke. Guys, if Coke is not cold, it's not Coke, guys. Like, needs something ngipuza ein brew. Yes, paleta even. New segment is gonna be, I'm still deciding what I wanna call it. Can you please comment? Guys, please comment down below when I ask a question. Ngoba phela sizothini siyanbuza niphenduli, and it's like, please answer. Like, I want to name it. I'm obviously DBP, you know? So it's either going to be DBP Sations or DBP Versations. And it's DBP Conversations. Those are the two words that are being put together. DBP and Conversations. And then they come together and it's either DBP Sations or DBP Versations. I still don't know which one to choose. That's what the new segment is going to be called. And obviously, a conversation, you know, it's about different topics of the daily life of everybody in the world. And with that being said, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, obviously I'm going to say, and guys, please stay tuned for my next video so that you can, yeah. So I'm like, you know, why not? Let's speak about something right now, you know? And hey, khona usisi wase TikTok. Yeah? Uskrebe ngama bolts. Usibambe kanje as nation. Yeah? As earth asibamba asgripha. Sazingena indaba zabantu head on. So, cop 2 sangena so. Asibamba ugel. On Who the Bleep Did I Marry? You know? Guys, there's no way. If you haven't watched it by now, go do yourself a favor. Even I started watching it yesterday after it had been a hype talk. And in a corner, I was just scrolling through TikTok and I'm like, hey man, let's call me sissy you. Who the bleep did I marry? Mangiti! I. Liton! I. Yo! Ha! Begisi amadoda wase Sauda. Nabase like African countries, you will laba that will dribble you. But Uli John has put African American men on the line. Uba begile on them X. You are marked the spot when African American men. Obviously, you've seen it. It's obvious, guys. I don't want to succumb to peer pressure. It's not peer pressure I'm talking about. It's true events. Hamba big. Nang lusis. Ningathani mazi, ningathani imbonanga. Now. Utesa resa or uresa tesa. Something like that. Yeah. So anyways, as I was just watching the story, I'm like, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And then obviously I finally reached part 50, right? After starting this thing at 3 p.m. the previous day, 6 p.m. guess wahamba, 8 p.m. it came back. I slept at 10 and I was still not finished. I finished the next day when I woke up at like 6. I finished just before 7. My mouth was open. Ngithi, ha! Hey! The whole time watching Who the Bleep Did I Marry, I was just like, yeah, God. I rebuke in the mightiest name of Jesus. I'm not never shame. And it's like, when you put things into perspective, you know, this is something that actually happened in real life. And this is where the topic that I wanted to speak about comes into place, right? Because like I said, I finished watching part 50, you know, so now obviously there's people that were following the story, posting their own TikToks. Oh my gosh, yeah. And then I come to the other side of TikTok, where people are like, yo, you know, we found Legion. Legion, you know? So they found Legion, and Legion is like, nah, this lady's crazy. This Ressa. She's crazy, dog. She's making all of these things up. Actually, I left her because she cheated on me and she took all my money. And it's like, what this guy is saying, this is literally something that she had predicted he was going to say. Matter of fact, he already said it to other people, like, yo, she kicked me out, can I please sleep at your place? Yeah, right? And keep in mind also, with the ex-girlfriend, he said that that's exactly what happened. The ex-wife, sorry, he said that that's exactly what happened with them. Legion in J has always caught his ex-wives cheating on him, and on top of that, they take all his money. And it's like, brother, twice in a row? Ay, brother. Ay, noma bangathi ne angazi. But it's just, it didn't speak truth. And also because, like I said, we've been following her story since part 1 to part 50, right? And so I'm watching this, and then I also see other women posting like, what if all this time Ressa is the one that's the pathological liar? And I'm like, this is something that when I was at like part 27 or something, I'm like, what if this lady might be lying? It crossed my mind, ne? But the thing is, the information that she's pushing out there, it just screams facts. On top of that, she has screenshotty. She's giving names of people. I don't know. Nonetheless, there's people that were confirming Ressa Tesa's story, right? So now it's like, okay, we hear her, we hear the story, and I guess we all had like a picture of what Legion would look like and his characteristics, and we know that he's flawed, you know, very flawed. He's a fluent liar. He's affluent in defamation of characters of his own schizophrenic mind, you know. And it's like, this is not the first time I've seen this before. You know, this is not the first time I see something like this happening, where someone opens up their heart out on the internet and people are like, yeah. And then one person, they'll obviously say otherwise. Because, I mean, we're a population of like almost 8 billion. Honestly, guys, next week, say I figure 8 billion. We can't keep saying there's 7 billion people on... Siyafika 8 billion. Relax, nina. Taban ba push ba pande 3 years time. Shaynyugisa nje population. But nonetheless, you know, I'm like, this is not the first time I see it. And it just took me back to the Depp and Heard case, right? I'm gonna speak more in depth about this when I cover a discussion that it will be titled. Nonetheless, right, this is not the first time I see this, and I said Depp versus Heard case. So I watched this on Netflix, and I watched it like 2 months ago, and understand that this case took place maybe 1 year, 2 years ago, and it was hype, you know. I was seeing on TikTok like, oh my gosh, justice for Depp, hey, Heard, Yazin. What, you know, just backlash on Heard, support for Depp, you know. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, the day I watch this properly, maybe I'll understand what's going on, you know. So now, this who the bleep did I marry, it just made me think about this case. Particularly, like I said, when people open up themselves to the internet and they tell their own personal, supposedly true stories, you know? And I honestly think that you have to be a delusional person to lie and consistently lie and weave up. You have to be a legion to be able to lie to that extent. Yoguti, now you want to get the whole internet involved. On top of that, you want sympathy. I feel like you have to be delusional to do that, to orchestrate a whole story to stand by your side, which is something that I believe both Deb and both Heard had done, you know? And I believe that this couple was very toxic towards each other, and they were very much violent towards each other. You know, you can see the videos that Amber took and how like substance abuse was just a factor within their relationship, whether it came from one contributing party or both. Nonetheless, they're in a relationship, so if one does this, it's definitely going to seep into the whole relationship and obviously potentially poison the strength of it or whatever the foundation was, whether it be solid or not, you know? And I'm like, this girl took her story up there to the public. Atiana, she's I'm not going to quote this directly, but then she says that she's the biggest spokesperson for domestic violence or domestic violence. But nonetheless, she was out there saying her truth, right? And Deb was out there saying his truth, right? So then obviously Deb, because she had made this implication out there a really long, like, I don't want to say a really long time ago, but way before the case began and stuff, you know, it was out there, MON. And then obviously Deb started losing his acting positions. I'm a advert, I'm a brand, all of these things, you know. And he says that he never hurt her. He says that he's never hit any woman, and she's just making all of these things up, you know. And for me, it's like, obviously, like I said, I had not watched this case. The only time I started watching this case was when I wanted to watch it or when it popped up on my Netflix. Like, hey, yo, have you... I'm like, girl, no. Let me click on that. Let me see what is going on right here. And you see whatever is going on. Like, I'm going to... There's something that touched the water. Like, there's no way you're going to tell me, Gucci, Amber, I'm assuming she was making money. I don't know her story. But Amber, she made up this whole story about this man. You know? She made up the being hit. She made up the toxic vibe of the relationship. She made up the emotional abuse. She made up the mental trauma. You telling me that this lady she made up all of those things, you know? I'd understand if you said that she fabricated certain points, you know, so that she can extend sympathy towards, or that sympathy can be extended towards her and her situation, you know. And I truly do believe that Amber did hit Udeb at multiple points of the relationship, vice versa, like I said. But for me, it's like one step one, it just kind of started making sense because he's the one that wanted the cameras involved, you know. I'm getting to my point. I just want to give the background, you know, the background first. So obviously he's the one that wants the cameras involved. On top of that, he won the case. On top of that, now he's getting the apologies, he's getting back the deals, and now he is the driving force. He's the face of gender-based violence now with regards to men, right? And then we get Amber. I was once the face of domestic violence. Now she's getting bullied by old people, young people. People are making fun of her situation. There's just like a lot of abuse that is being thrown to her. And it's like, I get the fact that you might think that she has fabricated things, you know? But I don't believe that she fabricated the fact that they were in an abusive relationship and that he did strike her. sometimes. I do believe that happened, But it's like once the internet, and here's where my point correlates. So we have Who the Bleep Did I Marry? We have Amber, we have Deb. Obviously, they were both pushing stories online, There's fans and there's people that'll stand against you and stuff like that. But it's like, it just hit me that the internet is a place that always preaches you being truthful. It always preaches that we want the truth. We don't want anything that's fabricated. Why don't you guys open up yourselves? We want a genuine we want a genuine YouTube. We want a genuine Insta who's going to show us their real there's that preaching of you have to be very truthful, And it's like, to what extent though? Because it's like, you are living your own life and I'm living my own life, right? But at the end of the day, if I say what I say, that is my truth. And what you want to hear will then substantiate your own point of whether or not I am being truthful or not. So, like I said, I was cheering up for this Who the Bleep Did I Marry lady. Next thing you know, I see the things that are like, but what if she was the pathological liar after all? And with that being said, there's just a way that you're able to engage with people, the way that you speak, your tone, your pitch. How do you engage with your audience? Are you calming? Do you make sure to be more marale aeroplane? Do you make sure to be forthcoming about every little detail? Or are you loud? Like, which audience are you fetching? You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's like, for me, the internet is a very, very, very scary place. I'm not afraid of it, no. But it's a very scary place. Because it's like, at the end of the day, you think you're playing for one side, but then there's a whole nation that will tell you that you're playing for the other side. And that was my point. At the fact that the whole justice and injustice of your own fate falls in the hands of internet sleuths, or bababizama sleuthers. I don't know if it's a collective group. Sleuths. Nonetheless, those people, it falls on them, it falls on me, it falls on you. And it's like, I feel that as much as you're trying to be so genuine about yourself to the world, or you're trying to warn someone, that's why you're sharing your story, it doesn't really matter. Because it's like, let's take Jesus, for example, I love Jesus, I love God, and, oh, Mara. Let's take Jesus. Now, we all know the story about Jesus, right? We know that Jesus is the Messiah and he's the Son of God. And Jesus did very, very... It's like, when I want to say he did miracles. Can I say he did miraculous things? But nonetheless, Jesus did miracles, right? And he helped the otherwise outcast of society most. Then he did the good Samaritans, the ones that were wealthy, the ones that could take care of themselves, He preached, he healed people, he fed people, he housed people, all of these things Jesus did, right? People saw what Jesus was doing. People were there to test it. Ha, nimbonilu Jesu, usipe, sponi sinkwesi one, sabai zimkwesi. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, many people saw him. Jesus went to many countries, for example. He went to many provinces. He went to all 7 continents, for example. People saw him. People heard him. People wrote about him. And it's like, even in that, even in that, there's people that still believe that it's all just a fabrication. It's a lie. So you're telling me Jesus never did this? So you're telling me Jesus has never ever sinned? So you're telling me when Jesus sat with all those bad people, he never did a bad thing? You know, it's like you're gonna have those. You're gonna have those. But it's like you choose where to stand. Obviously, if something sounds like a lie, with you, maybe it might be a lie. But I hope you get what my point is. It's like, even if people can have proof, there'll never ever be a sufficient amount of proof. You think you have solid proof, people are gonna think it's circumstantial. You don't have proof, you're definitely lying. You don't tell the story, then it never happened. You tell the story, it did not happen that way. So it's like, dog, you can never ever win. Even if, like, I'm not even saying that it was a competition. It's like you'll never ever be able to satisfy a nation that is unsatisfied by every single thing that has happened to them. We have water in our taps. Tap water? I want to go buy bottled water. It's like, you see, Anjabuli, you know, like, I feel like if you want to exist on the internet, exist, my love. Exist. But nonetheless, I'm going to close it right here because I feel like I'm going to start adding other things. Next thing, my video is 1 hour long and I just came back and I'm coming back with a scatter of things. Is today Saturday? Oh, tomorrow's Saturday. So I'll be posting it. It feels so good to be... Okay, well, I'm not back, like I said. But nonetheless, thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope that you made it to the end. If you did, please comment a rose. Guys, you know I can see that. Do you understand? Do you understand that I can see people that just click out my video 5 minutes in? Dog. What did I do, bro? Like, why you gotta click out my video? What? I literally get like 70 views and 14 likes. I love you when I need 14. Nani 70. Mara, when you want a super love, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Please share my video too. And to be more specific, please click that share button that's here on YouTube. The one that says plus on top. Underneath it says share. Or is it the arrow that does this? Angas maraklikani sherani on your WhatsApp. Please, guys, I really want to grow. Guys, you know, I've been on, like, okay, sorry, I'm loud. I'm very excited, as you can tell. I've only been on Instagram. That's why I deleted Instagram. Me and Instagram, we don't have a healthy relationship because it always makes me procrastinate. But nonetheless, this video is becoming too long. I love you all. And stay tuned for my vlog, which I'll be posting next week. And then from there on, obviously I'm not gonna stop vlogging. I ain't gonna stop vlogging. It's period. I'm gonna do vlogs. I'm gonna do this DBP sessions. And if there's a other segment that I so happen to think about, then I'll definitely be bringing it up. But nonetheless, I love you all.